zitakuwa zimeenda, but we're trying to make sure that they'll still be there. And I remember before we took the break, we did receive a call from Charles who said 200,000 and you know what he can do with it. At least Samuel did say that he can invest at about 30% of that money. Abraham, I saw you are burning with something in regards to that caller.
Yeah, I had him, and one thing that came across to me, he had a lot of maybes. Maybe this, maybe that, maybe that. So he's not settled on what he wants. So, and sometimes it's good to graduate your investment journey. And if such a person could get a financial planner, for example, and give him his 200 or whatever portion of that money,
right?
It's invested for him, and he sees how money gives a return. Then from there, he can take the next step where he can go to a simple market like a money market, where you can fix your money for a month or 2 months or 3 months yourself and get a return and see how that works.
Right.
Then from there, you can probably graduate to the stock and start playing those games that people play at stock exchange.
Stock and forex.
Yeah. And then now, eventually, you can go, because business, the number of nuts and bolts, you don't want to jump in because you lose that money. You see, he's talking about he will pay salaries, because by the time he'll be going through that journey, it would buy him time to really refine and distill what it is that he wants to do.
Just hold on that, because we have an Agri from Kibra. Agri, good morning. Agri, good morning.
Good morning K24.
Mimi niko salama sana, labda wewe?
Mimi napiga kutoka Kibira.
Okay.
Natoka kutoka Kibira.
Tafadhali, what is your question or comment?
Mimi niko sawa.
Tuambie.
Nasikia conversation hapo yenyewe venye inaendelea. Alafu unajua biashara pia unajua ina depend na miaka.
Biashara ina depend na miaka?
Miaka pia na venye unajivalue pia.
So wewe kwanza uko miaka ngapi Agri?
Unaweza kuwa under 20 bana. So unajua mtu anakuwa ametoka high school kama kuna 18 years. Na mtu akiwa na 18 years unajua ndiye anaanza kutafuta labda wazazi wake ama hajapata penye anapata income.
Ndio.
Unaweza kuwa na idea ya biashara na una mahali pa kupata hiyo pesa kwa hiyo biashara. So unaona hapo pia inakuwa ngumu sana.
Ndio.
Inafanya wakuwa hata na wasiwasi. Unaweza fanya kitu lakini una pesa. So unajaribu kujivalue. Unaona hata value yako bado ifiki value ya kuanzisha biashara unataka kuanzisha.
Ndio kweli.
Na unaona ukienda kuomba mahali ama ukienda kufanya nini, lazima uambiwe leta guarantor. Labda umetoka shule tu unang'ang'ana pia hujajua watu sana. Unajua ndio tena unang'ang'ana kujua watu. So lazima pia ujue watu.
Ndio.
Ndio at least hata kama kuna idea ya biashara ndio lazima come up na kitu. Kuna mtu labda atakulend pesa. Mwingine anaweza kulend stall, mwingine anaweza kulend gari, mwingine anaweza kulend mkokoteni hata usikumie matunda.
So yani haba inajaza kibaba.
So unaona at least ukishajua mtu ni kama tu tuseme kuna idea ya kuchota maji. So ukiwa na idea ya kuchota maji uko na vibuyu ndio uko na maji lakini hauna transport.
Ni kweli.
Unaona venye sasa tuseme venye coronavirus inataka watu sasa unajua kuna watu wezi enda kutafuta maji.
Manzejo.
Tuseme wewe unaweza ukibeba unaweza kukuta kwa barabara na ukifikie watu wasafishie, unaona?
Okay.
So hapo lazima ukuwe na na lazima ujuane na wasee na lazima pia ukuwe na good idea kwa society. Unasema kuona pia lazima watu wenyewe. Mtu ako na idea kama hii na yenyewe inadai capital.
Sawa Agri. Nimekusikia Manzejo, asante sana. Hiyo contribution ya nguvu sana. Wacha tuone kama tunaweza discuss pia. He has mentioned some very valid points there, especially in regards to age. Frida, anything to say about that?
Yeah. I think he has summed everything up for the 200K guy. Having money is just one part of the puzzle, all right? What's your age? What are your skills? What's your knowledge? Again, go under your skin. What's your education, experience, exposure? Who are your networks? He said something very important, that you may have the water, but you don't have the car.
Yes.
So you collaborate. So innovative collaboration is crucial, especially when you don't have all the resources that you need.
Yeah.
Because we don't lack resources. It's really just resourcefulness. So he's young. So that's working for him. He knows where to get the water. He can find out people who have vehicles.
He has the vibuyus.
He has the vibuyus. So who has vehicles that he can collaborate with, and then they agree and put a markup on the water as he's going around. So it's not always about money. It's about how can you be resourceful with what you have where you're at. So innovative collaboration will definitely increase the value of your business. And then also because who are the younger, because he's feeling young, but there may be older people that, you know, can come and work with him. We need to stop working in silos and really start thinking collaboratively. How can we work together? Just like the lady who washes the clothes.
Yeah.
How can she find some other people who wash clothes? Because she was saying that, what will she do with her chamas? Maybe if her chamas can think of, you know, collaboratively doing a washing kind of scheme.
Yeah.
They get washing
laundromat.
machines, open a laundromat, do the delivery thing that Abraham was doing. It's really, all these COVID issues come up to just, you know, stir us up to do better and bigger.
Okay.
So, and being in communities, at Passion Profit, we are great about community. So every Thursday we have founders meeting to have different conversations about different things, because when we talk, like we are talking here, so much information, we're getting so many insights, even from people that are watching. So being isolated is another COVID of its own.
Okay.
So innovative collaboration and being more resourceful to do what you need to do, starting from where you're at.
We have a WhatsApp message. I'd like us to take a look at that so that we can move on with the conversation as well. Agri from Kibra, I hope umepata your point. I have saved some cash and I decided to start Uber business. Will I be able to make profit, or which type of business do you think I can do? Samuel, let's answer this gentleman.
Just as a continuation to what Frida has said, and I think most of the people that would like to start a businesses, one of the challenges is getting an idea that they can implement and, of course, be able to make money. But if I say, no idea is a small idea. It just depends on the execution strategies. Every seed has the potential of becoming a big forest. So it's just about how easily can you be able to apply the small idea that you do have. The challenge comes in when you want to start this business, you are starting another business. So the resources that you had, like 200, you've actually literally used like everything. What if you just stick into one idea? And give all your energy. Give all your energy, all your resources, focused on that. It will grow automatically. Because focus brings in consistency. Focus brings in, I forget that word, but you need to be very consistent. Because once you're consistent enough, then it has the potential of growth. So there is no small idea, there is no idea which is a small idea. Just to answer on what you have said about Uber, then you also get to know the current challenges that these people are going through. Get to talk to people who have already invested in the Uber business. What are the challenges? So that you can actually learn from them. Because another mistake most of us we do is that we don't do a lot of research. We don't get into people who are already in the same business and get to learn from them. Because the mistake that they did, maybe you might not do those mistakes. So you need to have a mentor, somebody who can help you, somebody who is already in that business, that can be able to help you, get to another level. All right, Abraham, I remember you did mention something about Uber actually a while back on this show. Kindly advise this gentleman who wants to start an Uber business.
You see, I'll take it from him.
Yes.
Failing to plan is planning to fail. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's a mistake, the biggest mistake you can ever make. Because if you listen to that gentleman, he's saying, I want to go to Uber, but we need to make profit. So there's an element of looking, first saying, I have these resources and I have these ideas, but you have to test them one by one. And say, Uber, as you said, do some homework. It doesn't have to be a massive feasibility study. Just walk around, take a few Uber rides, and just talk to those people. Ufanya score ngapi kwa siku moja, uweza kulipa igari ikiwa na deni. Small questions.
Watumia fuel how much?
Watumia fuel how much? Uber X ama Uber chap, all those things. Before long you'll figure something out. But the worst thing you can do is to do something because it's a fashion, it's a trend, or you imagine people are making money. Because you'll be unpleasantly surprised when you get in. So as I repeat again, failing to plan is
planning to fail. Okay. We have another WhatsApp message as well coming through, and this one is from a fashion designer. Hey guys, I'm a fashion designer and I move with the season. I've designed mouth masks for our people's safety, but I'm afraid not they will react. I'm afraid how they will react. I believe that is what you were saying. Please advise. Passion Profit. She's a designer, or rather he's a designer. I'm not sure the gender, but
the person is designing.
Yeah, clearly they've decided to adapt to the situation. Now we have face masks.
Yeah, I think it's good that they're adapting to the situation. But before we adapt to the situation, he has said something very important. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail.
Yes.
So before you adapt, you need to scan the environment and see what do people need, and how will this, how is this new mask he or she is creating better than the one that already exists?
Yeah.
How much will it be costed? How much will it cost, and stuff like that. So a lot of questions that SMEs ask, they ask at the point of the fruit. So I often ask more questions to find out what exactly is going on. How did they arrive at this decision? How far do they want to go with this decision? So I normally hesitate to give them answers because I don't have the whole picture.
Okay.
Just like when you go to a doctor and say your head is hurting here, they'll ask you a couple more questions to find out what exactly is going on. And then they might take you for a couple of tests. So I'm hesitant to answer, but some things that she can do, she already has the mask. Stand in a high traffic area, see if people will buy, and high traffic area is dangerous. On social media, post them on social media, do a video of how wearing that, why is that one more important than the other one, and you know, boost the post and see if people are going to, and then have the process in mind. If people see it and they want it, how many can she deliver, how quickly can she deliver, how will she collect the money, and stuff like that. So you have it, test, and now testing is so easy because of social media. She can, WhatsApp group, there's so many random things going on WhatsApp groups, you know. Do a nice flyer, post it, have a phone number, have a delivery process in mind, have a border person ready to deliver if people want. What will the delivery cost be, and why is that one better than the already existing one?
Okay. All right, we have another WhatsApp message as well. Let us see this one. Imetoka kwa nani inasema nini? All right, good morning. The COVID-19 pandemic will open amazing opportunities for smart business people to capitalize on the convenience of visual online marketing. Since we have become privy to the fact that we have to minimize contact with people, now is the time to establish doorstep deliveries. As a matter of fact, at the end of the day, we have to use technology to run our businesses. And I believe someone did mention something to do with this in terms of adapting to the situation.
Sure.
And, you know, Frida, of course, again, emphasizing on the same, see if you can deliver these masks. But now all this is going to probably, I don't know, make these products expensive. I don't know how much a face mask costs, but I'm assuming since it's just a sheet of, not paper, but a sheet of fiber, it shouldn't cost me more than 50 bob, because come a handkerchief ni 10 bob. So imagine now putting delivery charges there as a piki, putting the whatever. By the time we are done, I am buying it for 2,000 bob.
Did you hear what Abraham said? All right, because you don't just jump up and make something and start selling. You have to plan, and part of the planning is what is the cost going to be? How will it get into the market? Is there something that exists that looks like it? Why will this one be better? Before you make it and start going out. So if you don't do all that, it's too late to start asking. The thing is going to be 2,000. Will I really make money? No. That's a question you ask inside the laboratory that you're creating.
Let me say something.
Yes, Abraham.
Even as you're planning your business, you must plan your product to fit the season. If you make masks, and COVID will not be with us forever. It's going to go away, just like all other epidemics.
Just like Ebola.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember during the late Honorable Mishuki's time, he said, "From tomorrow you'll have seatbelts." And people thought he was joking, and we walked to work. The guys who brought the first consignment of belts made tons of money. Like the guys who have these sanitizers now are making tons of money. Now the people who have said for them, from wherever they're coming from now, will lose a lot of money. The same way the seatbelt people, when the seatbelts came here, all Marathus that needed seatbelts had seatbelts. Now unless you want to use it as a belt or something else, it had no other use. So what am I saying? Sometimes this thing of jumping into something without planning and not timing your product to fit the season. Because remember, you cannot sell a fridge to an Eskimo because it doesn't need it. It might be as functional as it can be, but an Eskimo does not need a fridge. Because it is more colder outside than it is in the fridge. So what am I saying? Even as we are trying to take advantage of this COVID thing, as much as we're taking advantage of a catastrophe, let's be cognizant that tomorrow there could be a cure for it, and it's gone. And you're left with stock that you probably
dead
have to
stock that you can sell.
But no, it's money. It will be money, and that business of yours will go down the drain. So you have to be cautious. And again now, what that kicks in, even as you're doing your business, it's a proper risk analysis of what could go wrong and what could change adversely against you, and what is the probability of that happening versus the impact of that probability happening.
Okay.
Because it's a factor of those two.
All right. We have a WhatsApp message as well. This one coming through, of course, through our WhatsApp line. Hello, good morning. This is Hudson Okerio from Saika. I am a technician in car tracking and other accessories. I've been hustling on the GPS gadgets. But now, the devices are running out in Kenya. Only one shop remaining with the products in Nairobi right now, and demand is high. And you know, it was all by surprise. Wengi hatu kuwa tumejipaka kwa hii lockdown, kujipata rather kwa hii lockdown. What can you advise on people like me since we've been depending on imported stuff? Samuel, being a businessman, what can you tell this gentleman?
He has to really have a meeting by himself. He talks about something, who moved my cheese. And sometimes you just want to stick there.
Yeah.
Not like there are so many other things that you can actually do. If one thing is not working, you don't have to put all your energy and just put all your mind there. Look at something close to what you are doing and maybe be very innovative at the same time. Otherwise, you can just stick there, and this thing might as well go ahead and take some more time. But also, we are praying that we can get vaccine as soon as possible.
True.
But at the same time, if it can take longer, then what happens? So this is a time whereby you really need to have a meeting by yourself as a business person and look at other opportunities that are available within our situation. In regards to the discussion on the lady who was talking about the mask,
yes.
It depends also on the speed of implementation, because she's not the only one who is thinking about the same thing. There are so many people thinking about how can I come up with this. And the 20% of the people that runs into with the idea very fast, they're the same people that actually end up taking advantage of that. But I like her entrepreneurship mind, because entrepreneurship is about your ability to identify a problem and then you provide a solution.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Frida.
Yes.
I still stick with having a vision, because having a vision, no matter what happens, you will be able to adapt and adjust still with that same end in mind, because it's an end in mind that does not grow old. Your strategy may change, but your vision is always the same. Since 2009, we've been helping people turn their passion into profit. Right now, COVID has come. What are we doing? All our programs have been moved online, but not because COVID has come, because we help people around the globe. We have clients in America, we have clients in Nigeria. So this issue of COVID has a blessing in disguise, especially for us here in Kenya, where we're a little bit slow about picking up on online training. Online training is the next thing, because having people meet in a room is expensive. People start, you have to pay the hotel. People start complaining about the food. I tell people many times when we go to hotels and the service wasn't at par with what we are doing, I'm not a hotelier, all right? I'm a trainer. I'm a learning and development person. So cancelling of events right now is not really necessary. It's a good time to start thinking, how do we go online? How do we carry on? All our programs are now online, and the ones that people are still saying, no, I want face-to-face, we're saying we'll give you a demo so that you can see. So life goes on. And it's cheaper. Yes. Because all the business of, waiting for people in traffic, to come.
That one is eliminated.
It's eliminated. Transport costs. And we can have one place that we're having a webinar. Every Thursday we have Founders Conversations, 3 stations in Nairobi, courtesy of SBM Bank, 1 station in Nakuru and 1 station in Mombasa. But now we are going to have 1 webinar, and all of them plus more can access at no cost. Okay. Because they're normally free. So yes, COVID is here, but what can we do to continue serving our customers based on the vision, based on our promise?
Because I can feel like, especially these guys who they rely on imports, however, let's check another WhatsApp message as well and see if at all we're getting solutions to these problems. Okay, I'm James Mrongo from Homa Bay. I'm requesting government to see how they can balance the business in Kenya, because of people are going to be affected rather too much. Even where I'm coming from, prices of the items have really shooted at high price, and this will lead to more problems. Even electronic devices I'm selling in kiosks have dropped because no customer, only people are looking after the food that can keep within the duration of COVID-19. I mean, this is the time government should reduce the taxes to help businesses and people trying to gain from the business. And I think institutions such as Safaricom have tried to push on. Of course, the government also coming through to reduce some of these taxes and so on and so forth. Now, in regards to the valuation of business, again, I think government, Mr. Samuel, can come in and see how they can cushion us as business owners to make sure that hatuumi sana. Yeah,
and I think they've already taken those steps. Like for people that you get into a supermarket and the prices have been hiked up. I think as the people, we are supposed to even inform them, inform the government that these supermarkets have hyped, hike the prices. And I think it has been affected as well. So I think also we have a responsibility as individuals and as business people. What are we doing on our part? The fact that we are talking about the government, also on our side, what are we doing it? Yeah, so we also have a responsibility too.
Abraham, I don't know, maybe looking at it from an economic point of view, is this, the whole government trying to cushion us going to affect the economy in the long run? After now COVID is done, wameenda, haya. Safaricom are probably going to sit down and see, during this period we lost X amount of money because we're not charging anything above 1,000 bob, or rather below 1,000 bob.
You see, economies have reacted differently, but the economic fundamentals have not changed. Any economy is demand-driven. Now, for you to effect your demand, you must have money and you must have access to product. Now, if people cannot go to the supermarket, unless the supermarket has an online provision for delivering home, people cannot access those products. If you look at a country like Hong Kong, there was a lockdown. And because of the diminished demand, every person above the age of 18 was given about 100,000 each. Just to transplant it, yes. And they're compensating the businesses for loss of business. Why? Because if businesses don't survive COVID, neither will the economy. So the government has the ultimate responsibility of thinking this through. How best, either through fiscal cuts or tax breaks or giving waivers, just for people to survive. Even if it will mean business permits are waived, whatever it will take for the business to survive, number one. Number two, for the demand to be sustained. Now, business is sustained if people continue making money. If people are locked down and they stop having their income, they will not. And lastly, then, there's the issue of logistics. How does product get from farm to as I say, farm to fork? So is that chain still there? Are we getting affected? So at the end of the day, it's an issue of not only are we going to survive COVID in terms of the health, but is COVID going to leave our economy intact? But there are various ways of doing this, and other economies have already done it. So there'll be nothing. But also it boils down also to the mass of power, because when you talk about compensation, you're talking about a lot of money. Even China is doing it, but no, it cannot be a long-term strategy. It is just a short-term strategy, hoping that we can contain, and then business goes back to normal. But as a long-term strategy, you cannot sustain subsidies cannot survive long term.
What happens if now the government gives the tax breaks, like you're saying, allow for 6 months down the line when this has been maintained, government thought, and then now they start overtaxing us?
No, and you see, government, because being government, they're allowed to do exactly what you said. Because yes, in bad times, in good times, so if in bad times you don't tax you, in good times we'll tax you. And that's just the way it goes.
Yes.
When you for those who have more is required from them.
Yes.
So in this time, yes, government has it, but also government has to survive. They have to continue providing the public goods. And even now with lockdown, certain things will shoot up, like insecurity will shoot up. Because when you don't have food, you've seen what that guy said. My demand for electronics has gone down. My demand for food has gone up. Why? Because survival instincts have kicked in.
Yes.
You no longer value your TV. What you need to do is to have a sanitizer and to have food on your table to live to see another day. You can stay without watching TV.
To buy TV next year.
Next year. So the priorities are changing towards food and sustenance. And the survival instinct has kicked in.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen, and of course, lady. Unfortunately, that is the time we have. But in the spirit of sensitizing the public as far as making sure that we do not spread the virus, Abraham, I'll ask you to just kindly sanitize as you pass the sanitizer around.
Yes.
Gentlemen, again, asante sana for coming to the show. We shall definitely have this conversation again next Tuesday as far as money and finance is concerned. But remember, stay safe. If you don't have to go to work, please work from home na kila kitu kitakuwa sawa sawa. On behalf of Shiku Kaitani and of course Jeff Mote, tunasema kwa heri for now until tomorrow same time 6 a.m. It's hasta la vista.
You've got to help me. This computer is driving me crazy.
He frequently gets in trouble for being clumsy.
Who told you that you could leave your desk without asking for my permission?
Antonia, a beautiful and sophisticated lady, Emilio's boss, and his love-to-be.
I'd like to know how it got to my bed.
I carried you. There's no other way because you couldn't hold yourself up.
Will their love overcome hurdles along the way?
Oh. Am I interrupting? Anything?
You think I'm going to end my relationship with her to make my relationship with you official? You look lovely today. You are the sun that brightens up my day.
I want to forget about my past and really focus on my future now.
The Secretary, Monday to Friday, only on K24.
Coronavirus COVID-19 is a respiratory virus spreading across the world. The infection is spread from droplets of coughing and sneezing of an infected person, touching or shaking hands or being in contact with contaminated surfaces.